it's Carrie Prince from Apollo Career Center, and this morning we are going to make a quinoa, kale, cranberry salad. Bear with me, this is a good one. I've got 3/4 of a cup of kale that I've simmered in some water in this pan. I'm gonna add like 3/4 cup of raisins, and I'm gonna let those soften. So that's our first step. Second step, I've got kale here that I've cut up, and I've massaged a little bit with some salt. That helps break down the kale. It makes it a little easier to digest and easier to eat. Kale is very fibrous. Then I'm going with 2 apples, which I've got one done already. We're going to just chop these apples up. I'm using Honeycrisp because they're my favorite. You could use green apples, whatever sweet tart apple that you like. A Gala apple would be okay, but you just want it to be crispy and hold up. All right, so we're gonna get this going. All right, I'll use that. So I've got my chopped up apple. Now I'm gonna go ahead and make the dressing. Okay, our dressing is going to be a mixture of about a tablespoon of olive oil. Make a little bit more there. A tablespoon of Dijon mustard. This is just a simple vinaigrette. A little bit of honey. And as I said, vinaigrette. Instead of vinegar, we're gonna use lemon as our acid. It'll make it very bright, flavorful. I'm doing this with a strainer so I do not get any of those seeds. If you rub this lemon on the table before you cut it and squeeze it, it'll get you about 2 tablespoons of lemon juice, which is about what you want. Okay. Got a lot going on here. We can combine this together. All right. So we've got that. Now we're gonna now we will assemble. So I've got the softened craisins in this quinoa. Quinoa is a superfood, super good for you. It's plant-based. It's full of B vitamins. It's got some protein. So this is going warm right onto the kale. I'm gonna add the apples. Add our dressing. Got a few of those. Make sure we don't have any seeds in there. I'm gonna add some pepper. Now I've already salted the kale, like I said to begin with, so it's a little bit easier to eat. A couple red pepper flakes. I've got some red onion that I've already sliced up pretty thin. About a 1/4 of a red onion, depending on the size you've got. Just want a little of that flavor in there. Now I've got some toasted pecans. I toasted them just right in this non-stick skillet on the stove. Toasting any kind of a nut brings the natural oil out in them, and they just are much more flavorful. So never skip that step. You can do it in the oven or you can do it on the stove top. Either way is totally fine, but it's a good step to do. Now I've got some feta cheese. You can use goat cheese or feta cheese. I had feta, so I'm gonna add that. A couple ounces, and that's it. I'm gonna toss this together. Oh, it smells good. The apple, the sweet tart flavor, the crunch of the apple, the crunch of the kale, the warm quinoa. This is delicious. So this I would consider a salad. Serve it with any type of protein, or you can eat this on your own, just on its own, I should say. There we have it. This is our kale quinoa cranberry salad, and this and all the recipes can be found at apollocareercenter.com. And First Edition will be right back.